They say family is supposed to be your safe place. But what if the very people meant to protect you are the ones who taught you how to hide? I'm 19, a college student. I've been going to therapy for a few months now, quietly, intentionally, and completely alone. I walk across campus, step into that small office, sit on that couch every other week, and talk to someone who listens, truly listens. No judgment, no control, no performance. And until last week, no one in my family even knew. But when they found out, the explosion was instant. The accusations, the hurt looks, the angry texts. "You lied to us," my sister said. "You don't value us," my parents added. It was as if I'd betrayed them simply by doing the one thing they'd always claimed they wanted for me. So, let me take you back. I was 14 when everything started. Or rather, when everything broke. A traumatic event hit my family. It was public. It was painful. It was something I won't describe in detail here, because honestly, I've had to carry it for years. But know this, it changed me. It carved something heavy into my chest, and it forced my parents to put both me and my sister into therapy. She took to it immediately, found a therapist she connected with, opened up, started getting better, at least by their standards. But for me, it was 5 failed attempts, 5 therapists, each one wrong in their own way, each one a reminder that I wasn't healing fast enough, or well enough, or like my sister. At one point, someone diagnosed me with OCD, which didn't help at all. It wasn't until years later that someone finally said the right words, PTSD, and started EMDR, and that finally helped. But during those years, between 14 and 17, I felt like I was drowning in a therapy process that wasn't mine. My family made it theirs. After every session, they asked for a report. What did you talk about? And when I told them I didn't want to share, they pushed harder, gave me a list of topics to bring up the following week, made it feel like I wasn't even in charge of my own mind. And the worst part? They told people, not just close relatives, but actual strangers. I'd overhear them saying things like, "Oh, my name is in trauma therapy. They think it might be PTSD, but we'll see." Like I was some kind of ongoing medical experiment they were narrating over coffee. You have to understand, what happened to us was already on the news, against our will, talked about in our town council meetings, in our schools. I couldn't walk into a room without wondering who knew what. And now, even the space meant to heal me wasn't mine. So when I left for college, I made a decision, a quiet one, a private one. I told them I was feeling overwhelmed, that my anxiety was getting worse, that I was struggling to function. And they said, "We tried helping you and you didn't want it. Now it's on you." So, I took them at their word. I got help. I found a therapist through my university. Free sessions for students every other week. The match was good. The conversations were better. And for the first time in years, I felt like I was healing on my terms. No agendas, no recaps, no eyes watching me. I didn't tell anyone, not because I was ashamed, but because I knew what would happen if I did. They'd want details, control, commentary. They might even try to contact my therapist. They've done things like that before. And they definitely let it slip at dinner, at church, on phone calls I wasn't on. I couldn't go through that again. But then, something changed. My sister and I got into an argument, a small one, about something I don't even remember anymore. But out of nowhere, she said it. "I'm upset because you're not even in therapy. You clearly don't care enough to get better. I blinked, I swallowed, and I said it. I've been in therapy for months. I expected silence. I expected surprise. I did not expect rage. She said I'd lied to her, that I made her feel stupid, that a real sister wouldn't keep something like that from her. And then my phone started lighting up. My parents. Same script. Why didn't you tell us? How could you hide this? We feel betrayed. It was like they weren't angry that I wasn't getting help. They were angry that I got it without their permission. At first, I stood my ground. It's my treatment. I found it. I scheduled it. I pay nothing for it. I'm doing the work every time I walk into that office. But then, my sister said something that got under my skin. She said, "My definition of true family includes being honest." And suddenly I felt wrong. Like maybe I really had betrayed something sacred. Like I was the one making everything harder. But was I? Was I the one who sat me down after therapy and demanded a checklist? Was I the one who told people about private sessions? Was I the one who said, "We put you in therapy so you'd be upset there instead of with us"? Was I the one who compared two kids' recovery timelines as if grief were a contest? No. I was the one who said I wasn't ready. I was the one who asked for space. And no one listened. So now that I've made space for myself, found help, quietly, safely. Now they're angry that I didn't invite them back in. There's a part of me that wants to scream. Another part of me just feels tired. Because in the end, this isn't about therapy. It's about control. It's about narrative. It's about the version of me they built. The difficult one. The manipulative one. The one who didn't try hard enough. If I get better on my own, what happens to that story? What happens when the person they painted as broken starts to heal without them? Maybe that's the part they can't handle. Because then they'd have to see me as I really am. Not a project, not a disappointment, just a person. A person who went through something hard. A person who asked for help. A person who's doing the best she can. So, am I the asshole? Was I wrong to keep my therapy private? Or was I finally doing the one thing no one else would do for me? Protecting myself. This story sits at the intersection of healing and history, the private pain of trauma, and the public theater families sometimes turn it into. What stands out here isn't just that OP went to therapy. It's that she had to do it in secret to feel safe. Imagine that, needing help and needing to hide it, because the people closest to you made your healing about them. This isn't just about privacy. It's about power, about reclaiming something that was stolen in the chaos, the right to own your own story. And the truth is, healing doesn't need an audience. Growth doesn't require permission. If you've ever had to hide the most human parts of yourself just to survive, this story isn't just relatable, it's a revolution. So what about you? Have you ever kept something private, not because it was shameful, but because it was sacred? Let us know in the comments. This is AITA Stories, where every story has more than one side. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is choose yours.